Okay.
Rothgar! Let Rothgar do it! He's got like a lot of dexterity! He's so fast!
Okay. You're not in the labyrinth, buddy, because you were sleeping. Okay, Rothgar, you want to roll dexterity?
Go Rothgar! Go Rothgar! Go Rothgar! Yay! Go Rothgar! Go Rothgar!
Okay.
You're missing the cheerleader suit.
All right. You need to roll a 15 or higher to be able to pull Corball out of the cube. But you will take a little damage because it's acid.
Alright, let's do it! Come on! Whoa! Whoa! Not if it's high enough, but if it's low enough, probably. Yes, so just go and roll. You got this. Good, go for it. Plus what? What is your dexterity modifier? Okay, he rolled a 19.
Roll a 19 plus all the mods?
Yeah, 19
Sure.
with mods. Everything
With
is
mods,
a
okay.
19, yeah.
You needed a 15. So you reach in, you grab Corball's ankles, and you pull as hard as you can. And he's still holding on to his weapon, so he's good. Everything comes out of the cube. He's still covered a little bit in some gelatinous goop. So he's like, what happened? And he's like, thank you. Oh, thank you, Oscar. I can breathe. And, okay, but you did take slight damage. So 10 acid damage because you reached in. So your arms got singed a bit, but you're good. It's a little scratch, no big deal. Joe Rothgar, you were at 141, right? So 131.
You already got your 10.
Yeah, you were burning inside, but he pulled you out, so now you're good. And you can breathe again, thank goodness. All right, so everyone's back out. Bahrain.
Yeah.
The gelatinous cube is in front of you. It slowly starts to move forward, and the size of the cube completely fills the tunnel, wall to wall, floor to ceiling, and it's moving forward towards you slowly.
How do we find out?
I'm so nervous!
Let's see.
I don't know. It's a gelatinous cube, so I mean everything hits it. Really, I mean it just.
Okay. So
Change
you want to
magic
attack it,
over.
or-
We can't use magic. It's no, because once you
You're an
use, go ahead, Kristen. You go ahead and use the magic.
Fine. I want to see your face. I would have put my hand out point blank.
No, it's not your turn.
Summon a fire.
Yeah.
It's not your turn.
It's Bahrain's turn. He's got,
I know.
and y'all are doing what, five actions per person, right?
He's got 3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone has 3.
Do what?
Everyone has 3 actions.
Except for Rothgar. Rothgar doesn't. Rothgar has 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else has 3.
All right, 3 actions, Bahrain.
All right. So we're gonna use one of our torches to see if we can set it on fire and kill it that way.
Okay. So can you want to roll to see if you hit?
Sure.
You're going to use your torch you're holding. Now, everybody was holding on to just a normal torch with orange flame. Nobody grabbed the blue flame torches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, orange flame torch. So you've got an orange flame torch in your hand. Go ahead and roll for hit.
Rolled a 10.
10 plus what for melee modifier?
5.
15. All right, that hits. All right, and I'm going to need, Lance, I'm going to need your help here. Gelatinous cube is vulnerable to fire. So you hit it. I guess I have to do a plus something, but what's your melee attack on a torch? Or do I have to do that?
Yes, the melee attack on the torch is 10.
Okay, so 10 damage plus fire.
Yes.
So let's roll a d6.
D6, that sounds good.
3.
A 3. Okay, so 13 damage. All right.
That was only one move, babe.
All right, so
So you swing your torch at the gelatinous cube. It hits it. The fire actually singes and burns a glob of this goop, and it forms for a couple seconds. There's actually an abscess where goo from the gelatinous cube actually melts and runs down the side of it, and you can hear this really high-pitched squealing as this goo is burned by the fire, and it takes 13 damage.
wait. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that again, but with the pieces of the chest that I kept, I'm gonna throw that on it and set those on fire.
You kept pieces of the broken chest.
Yes.
Okay. And you just grabbed the wood. You don't know what kind of wood it is, but you just grabbed it. You're gonna light it on fire, then throw it into the cube.
Throw it into the cube and then.
Yeah, throw it onto the cube and light that on fire.
So you're gonna throw it into the cube, then light it on fire. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know what that'd be, like a dexterity check or something, or what.
What I would do actually is I'd roll a d6 to see how many pieces he has, and then each one of those does 5 damage.
Okay. So D6 to see how many pieces of wood you have.
2.
2 pieces of wood, and they'll do 6 damage per.
Yes.
When you get a successful hit.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, great.
So now I would roll my d20 and see if it hits.
Yeah, roll your d20. Let's see if you beat its AC.
3.
3 plus 5. What was it?
So 8.
Yeah, that hits. All right, good to go. So 10 damage plus the torch fire hits it for roll a d6.
5.
So 15 plus you catch the wood on fire that was in the cube. So that's 12. So we've got 27.
That was totally awesome, dudes!
Yeah.
All right. So, the wood that caught on fire just made these giant abscesses in the monster, and it's melted. The wood inside is still sizzling, and the goop is it starts melting, and as it melts, it puts the flames out on the wood. But giant holes are in this gelatinous cube now, and it's just squealing. It looks like the greenish kind of transparent hue of the cube has blackened around the edges, and where you've struck it twice now with the torch are giant holes in the face of this cube that fills the tunnel. But the cube has actually stopped moving towards you, and it's backing away now. All right. You have one more attack, and then we need to move on to Corball.
Guess we're gonna hit it with the torch again.
All right, roll to see if you hit.
14 plus 5, so 19.
Okay. Oh yeah, that hits. Okay. All right. Again, so are you aiming at the wood inside the cube again, trying to light it on fire, or what are you doing? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do that again.
All right, roll a d6.
3.
Okay, so 13 plus 12, you've got 25. Okay, let's see. All right. Basically, the entire front half of the cube, as it was moving forward, you've hit it so many times in different spots. Giant holes have been melted and are continuing to melt. This cube is screeching and squealing, and it is moving as fast as it can, which is like 5 feet an hour away from you, and it is just squealing. It sounds like it's in pain, but just melted goo everywhere, and it's flopping and dripping. And Bahrain, you are out of action. So, Corball, what are you going to do to this gelatinous cube that is trying to escape?
I was wondering, okay, this is gonna do like 30 damage to me if this is possible, but can I do a fireball in both of my hands and my mouth at point blank and like combine them, that way they stay for a minute, and then like shoot it in the tiny little string?
If you want to try a fireball, I am not going to tell you no.
Tristan.
Oh my.
This is why he's not holding the key. It's helping him punch his core ball. I
All
Oh,
right,
it would work.
all right, Corball, go for it, man.
Magic doesn't work, you airhead.
Okay, so I'm rolling a d20.
You can roll a d20 if you're trying for your fireball, man.
swear.
No, I'm doing 3 fireballs. This is like all 3 of my moves.
Leo, you're giving it
Wow. All right, go for it, man. Roll your d20 3 times and tell me your numbers.
Okay, I got 9,
Okay.
1.
Okay. A 1?
Oh no, good. 19.
9, 1, and 19.
A 19. Oh my goodness. So bad news. Your first attempt at a fireball, you start to form the fireball again, and the air gets thick, and you think, oh, I've been here before, I'll just muscle my way through it. But you can't think straight when you're being choked out. So again, your fireball fizzles out, and you start choking, and you take 10 damage. So now you're down to 127.
But you didn't damage it at all.
Let him finish talking. Go ahead.
Your second attempt was a fireball again, and you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So, the air thickens yet again, and you haven't even gotten your breath back. You're just so focused on killing this thing with fire, because you saw the torch work. Why can't my fireball work? And the air thickens, and it's choking you out, and you can't breathe, and you don't have any oxygen in your brain, and you pass out. So, you are prone on the ground. You got choked out for another 10 damage. And your third attempt, I guess, can't really work because you lost consciousness from lack of oxygen to the brain. All
I
right.
think he had that before he tried to play.
You're at 117 hit points after getting eaten partially by a gelatinous cube and then choking yourself out with an attempt at a spell. Okay, so you're asleep right now from oxygen deprivation. Rothgar, you're up, man. What are you doing? It probably would have been nice to see a barbarian attack with a torch and fire. That would have been crazy.
I mean, you know.
I don't understand why he kept trying to do the magic.
Because
I'm
really
that'll,
would work.
I guarantee that fireball would probably work anywhere but an
That allowed magic.
All right, so Rothgar just said he grabs a torch.
Okay, so he got the torch from Baharan. He's like, let me try this, bro. Okay, what's he do? He attacks it.
Okay, what do you want to do? You gonna attack with it? Okay, so go ahead and roll. So he's gonna try to hit it with it and burn it.
Just hold it and try to get the stuff on fire again.
16 plus 12 for attack.
Hit. Wow. Okay.
All right, so go ahead and okay now damage.
Yep. Roll a d6.
You rolled a 5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 15 points. All right. There is. You put your torch right into the center of the cube, and you're burning and melting what's left. Half of this gelatinous cube is just finished melting and squealing, and there's just a little gloopy glob at the bottom that's still just barely moving and barely there. Yep, there's just a little bit left that's just at the bottom of the, and everything is singed and burned, and it's squealing, and it smells. It smells terrible in this tunnel right now.
Nope. All right, so you want to do it one more time? All right, he's going to try to do it one more time. Pulls out his
Yep. Finish the sucker off.
13 plus 12.
Hit. Okay. So you don't even need to roll the d6 because this thing had 3 hit points left. It is dead. You have killed the gelatinous cube with fire. Physical fire. And
Yeah!
yay!